Alright, people, how are we doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. And, heard about that? Crystal H Technology screens and Cardboard PC Kingdom. Okay, so, the ice job. We're doing the ice job today. I was going to do it tomorrow. Dagnammit. My fan. I think I turn up my air cleaner. Where are you? Really? Alright. Oh, I shut my air cleaner off. Alright, so these are the ice cubes. And I was able to find a stick of glue. I can just figure out what I did with my glue gun of the improvement. Professional glue gun. Oh, you heard me. Professional glue gun. Ooh. That's awesome. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I need. Alright, definitely gonna get one. A heavy duty industrial glue gun. I'm getting one. Man, I need one. This thing is nice, but we gotta up our game. We're building some crazy stuff, and we need to have, like, the glue is fantastic. Definitely need to invest in a more advanced glue gun. Alright. Mother roller screws. Board. Which one of these is taken? Oh, Steve. Okay, cool. Motherboard. Professional glue gun. I had no idea if it worked out. I must have had a really, really cheap one when I started out, because all my stuff fell off. Man, anything's worth, not even worth the money. I never used one ever again. And I bought one, and man, everything's stuck. It's hard to pull off. I don't know if they improved the glue or what. I'll tell you one thing, it's time to up our game. We have this little guy. He does the job, but we know we need a professional glue gun. So I'm going to pick one up. on to activate. Definitely need one. A new one. So, new labels. We're doing the shrinks. It's much easier. I can print out what I want and then put it on a container and done. I have to get round containers for those. So we need self-locking round containers. We'll get those. Alright, so I'll be working on those. And this is a PC. Like this keyboard. We've been working on. We're going to be transferring that unit because it's too big, way too big, too tall. It's just too much going on. And we're going to transfer it into this right here, which is a new case. So that'll be fun. First, before we do that, we have to get these screws on top of here. I tried drilling, but no, it's too much of a bag. I don't want to crack the cubes in half, so I might have to glue them in. So upon looking for my glue, which I was looking for, my heavy glue, I found a glue stick, which is fantastic. I did find the glue, which is actually even more fantastic, and I found my business cards, which were actually tucked in the corner somewhere, and I couldn't reach them. But I still have to get new business cards because for some reason I forgot to put my name on these. So you don't even know who this is addressing to. So now we have to put new business cards, new ones. I couldn't do either way. It doesn't make a difference, but I just have to pay for a new case because this case cost me a little bit, and I was very bummed out about losing it. Can we use this for the window in the back? This would be perfect for the window in the back. What is this thing off? Ah, you know what? This would be perfect for like a window, peekable window. Where can we get something like this from? I know jackets and coats, see-through bags have it. Let me see. Transparent bag. Oh, Amazon's got it for $13. So it transfers right back. It's heavy duty. It's a thick, heavy duty plastic. That would be perfect for our flexible window. Because we're going to stiffen it up anyway. We have to put some of that clear caulking on it and get the screen to ice up a little bit. And that would be perfect. Well, $13 to cut a hole in the bag. Alright, let's see if our glue gun is ready to go. Oh, it is. Burn. One way, I'm trying to get the glue to go another way. Let go, please. Let go. Hang on, I can turn the Spider-Man. have to keep checking on them because they tilt a little bit, so you just want to make sure they go right and stay straight up. They don't tilt. We're making our own motherboard screws. Well, not screws, but our own motherboard posts that are ice. They stick really well to that plastic, I'll tell you that much. We're going to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. That's a nice little wall around it, so it can't go anywhere. It stays right there. I thought these would be fantastic. Hey, stop chasing each other. Get off him. Oh, come on. They seem to want to chase each other. Now, come on. I'm just going to try to fall over. Gotta watch them because they're slowly trying to fall over. So just trying to keep them in where they're supposed to be at. Where's my fan at? Oh, there you think it's sticking all over me. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these are going to stick nicely. This one's actually hardened. And that one's, yeah, it's like a hardened brick. Once they're hardened. Alright, cool. Make sure they stay up straight because we're going to make them tilting over. Yeah, that's perfect. Look at it, just like a little brick. So we're definitely going to have to go in, and we're going to have to get some more glue. And the glue seems to be sticking quite well with it, so that's fantastic. And it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. It's actually stuck in there. So that's fantastic. With this right here, we need to put a little ice wall over here and here. Our power supply is going to lift up just a little bit here, so that way we can connect it right there that goes on top of the hard drive. This is going to look really nice when the neon lights push through it. I have no idea where everything is going. That came up nicely. I'm so happy with this. The motherboard screws came out great. And we set our motherboard down. Want a little more of these. I think I'm just going to add a bigger bundle, something like 40 or 50 of them. But I wanted to get them in here to see exactly what they would look like. And they're actually quite impressive. And somebody gave them good reviews. Man, they're not joking. These things are actually beautiful. They look so realistic. You can't even barely see what they're looking. So we're going to put one here, here, and here. One over here, here, and here. This is going to lift the power supply up. And yes, the power supply over here, we're going to have to go inside of it because the fan inside is not colored, it's black. I want it to be like a light blue, which we're going to have to do a mixture of white and blue, dark blue to get that effect to pull off. That's how we're going to set it up. We're going to glue it directly to this so they can't go anywhere. And then we're going to put our motherboard right over top. I should we line everything up. I'll come back and show you once we line it up. And there we go. So we line everything up nicely with the motherboard. We have a nice cube system at the bottom. We'll expand our cubes, give it a more interesting design to it and go ice build up. But right there where that hole is at, that's where we're going to stick in a 120 millimeter fan. The fans I picked out, they look really icy. I mean, really, really give off this kind of sub-zero kind of glow. That's why I chose them. So they're going to be one there and two in the back of this. And we're going to have that system over here. Now, I saw this temperature control gauge that you can stick right on top of your liquid cooling. It gives it a digital readout. It even snows. So it's pretty cool when I put that there. The inside of this is going to be coated in a high fluorescent white because we need to glow inside. And again, a lot of wiring. We got the hard drives right here. So we made a little tab system right here so we can put our hard drive on here with the Velcros and then we can pull it out anytime we want to. On top of that, we put borders of a wall system on either side so the hard drive doesn't swing and go all the way in the back. We have issues with that. So what we're going to do here for artwork wise, we're going to crash a UFO right there on a slant, two T-saucers, and basically a little piece of cardboard to separate the two T-saucers. They click together. Then on top of that card, we're going to put some RGB cables, hook that up to a little remote control, and then will be the remote control our lights as they spin across the flying saucer. Paint it in nice high fluorescent silver, put a little, shading to it, and then we're going to crash it right in here. We're going to cut this open, split it open like it's actually stuck in there. And then when we're done with it, we're going to coat it in ice. We're going to use a clear silicone to actually bury it in ice. So it looks like it basically froze there. Here's where we're going to run our whatchamacallit. We just run it through here because I'm just going to pull the whole thing right through and just seal it up because you won't be able to see it after I seal it up. And we're still going to put ice drops at the bottom and sickles across here. And again, that frozen flying saucer would be right there. We got holes that push through here. Out this section in here, so we can run power supply cables to the other side. The side has its own little thing going on. And at the bottom area, let me get this out of the way. We had installed vents. So the vent systems we have here, frosted vents. When air is pushing through here, we draw air up. Air is coming through here and pushing air up. It doesn't affect the power supply in any way whatsoever. Power supply is pushing air this way. So it's not going to basically cause any overheating issues. And then we have another two sets of vents on that side that when we have the fan here, it's going to be pushing downward and it's going to be directing air back out that way. Nice little backdraft system in there. So we're not done with that. This is the first frost job we put on it. We got a couple more to go. I was going to do blue, but then I decided now to go with silver instead. So we're just going to make it look much better. I do want to keep the case as white as possible. These sections right here, we're going to have a lot of ice buildup, a lot of clear ice buildup. And these sections, we're going to bury stuff in there. Like, I don't know, we might put a cow in there. We could put a robot in there. I don't know, just put something covered and cased and iced in there. So that'd be cool. And there's the vent system on the opposite side to show you what it looks like. Now mind, all the vent system was just made by pieces of cardboard that we just cut off. Pretty much this is all cardboard right here, a little padded job with a piece of cardboard. We painted all this in with cardboard, just padded it in to get that kind of icy kind of effect to it. Liquid cooling system rest is right here. And then in this section right here, got a little peekaboo window, some action going on back here. This is the reactor, our fusion ice reactor, that's going to look like it's powering this whole entire thing. So these little USB cables have a little charge look to them. We're going to have them coming out of this system. They're going to be coiled in here. They're going to be connecting into here, connecting to in here, connecting to the motherboard. So it's charging all of this. And then inside of here, we're going to build a coil system that's going to be wrapped in over and over again with RGB. There's oil in here, so this makes sure that everything can run in this oil with no problem whatsoever. So that RGB, it looks like it's pulsating. That's why we need all the RGBs to be on separate channels. So that way this can have a pulsating here, and this can have a little pulsating charge back in here. Now, this right here is an old power supply from a Dell. And all we did was just give it a nice, what you call, dry paint job on it. A dry paint job gives it a kind of a frost look to it. You have to use a lot of paint. The brush is mainly dry. And that gives it that effect. So we'll be done with all this. And we need a peekaboo window in here. So I thought we get this kind of plastic like this, but more of a heavy duty plastic. And then we can put it in here. But before we put it in there, we're going to smear some clear caulking across it, pat it in. So it looks like it's actually frozen. And what is he doing? Oh, he's not even there. Huh. Okay. Anyway. So that's what we're going to do with that right there. So that gives it a pretty cool effect. Alright, so next stage is, let's fire this up in here. Show you how that works. That is the coil system we have in there. And we're going to run some pretty cool stuff in to make it look like the reactor is really moving. So with the RGBs, we can put in a pulse system. We can make the lights pulse back and forth, whether it's green or blue or purple. We need actually I need a cord to run this thing. Where else has output for this thing? Oh, the one on the floor has one. There's the one on the floor running through. Let's see. I took out the air cleaner. Now, what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to get I'm going to have to get USB extenders, because there's no way where this is going to reach. That has a USB charge on it right there. I'll just give an idea what we're going for. Someone's asking for a Coca-Cola PC involving the Coca-Cola Bears. Well, we could do it, but we can't sell it. I'll tell you that much. I ain't trying to get hit with a trademark lawsuit. But we could do it. That's not a problem. How about we build it, and you just donate some money to somebody at the end of the day that will help them out. That works better for me. There we go. So basically, yeah, vegetable oil will carry a charge for just about any kind of electronic underneath of it. It'll run perfectly fine. It's been soaking there for quite some time. I've had it soaking for about a couple of days. So it's drenched, and it'll run perfectly with no problem. So RGBs, any kind of fans, lights, whatever, that'll run completely on vegetable oil. This is how we make the veggie oil PCs run all the parts and stuff. Will run with no problem whatsoever. Yep. Now imagine seeing these little pulsating cables coming out of here and connecting into certain areas where you see power charging up, like it's really charging the whole entire reactor. And we're using cold fusion energy. I just want to give you a kind of a mindset of what we're doing. So that's what we're putting together. So much detail than the other case. And I do like these case builds better because these case builds are a lot more smaller, more compact. And then with the boards, the way they make them today now, there's micro ITX boards. Makes it so much easier to do install. Makes you can just stick boards just about anywhere you want. I'll tell you, I got two boards, so two PCs I want to build. I know, I got a lot of them to build, but actually the two I want to build, I want to do a Fallout PC. Definitely want to do one of those, and I definitely want to do I want to do a Fallout PC with an open vault. I want to do a display where you can see outside the vault, but I want to do an open vault, or 101 vault. That's what I want to do. And I definitely want to involve some kind of radio system inside of it, so you can actually hear the song "I Set the World on Fire." I want something like that. The other one I want to build is Bioshock. I'm a big fan of Bioshock, so I definitely do a Bioshock PC. So yeah, definitely work on some stuff. I'm learning how to round my corners out nicely so I can basically get that architecture design. And that's why I took a picture of that thing out there, because I actually want to build the exact same thing. It looks just like the lighthouse that you land on. It literally does. I want to do the exact same thing, but I want to make it so it looks with the light and the torch and everything at the top. And definitely have Bioshock written across it with the freaking seaweed and everything. I think that would be pretty cool. So we got to build PCs in smaller cases. This is a good size one, but it's not as big as the other one I put together. Let me put my stuff back in. I forgot I have some hot cocoa here. So the whole purpose of these builds, number one, I said we're building a gaming company. I got some people help me sponsor this thing out and get it off the ground. But I want to develop a lot of cool gaming stuff that you can use with your console systems and all that stuff. And before we can actually build anything, we have to develop a screen paint to do it, because there's no point. Can't cover anything with anything if we don't have a formula to do it. We can't develop screens, we can't do jack. So the Apex gamer got a facelift. There's a new version of it coming out, which is called the Black, but also too, there's a rear version of it coming out. We're going to be showing the rear version off, and we're going to be showing off the one that doesn't do the rear, the black version of it. So we need to have those ready to go, because it involves a flex screen, involves a lot of stuff we're working on involving that game, and we need to keep the gaming separate from home theater, definitely. So I'm building a new website. That'll be 3 now, but yeah, we got to build a brand new website for it. Hard part about it is, how in the world do we transfer the glass gaming screens? We built entire worlds for those things. So I don't know, maybe we'll link them back and forth. We'll do it that way, direct link from one site to the other. I think that we'll do. We'll do something like a crazy looking portal design, and you click on it, it'll transfer you to the other site where you'll be able to see that world. That ain't a bad idea, to tell you the truth. That's actually pretty good. All right, that'll definitely work. I'll build the transporters in there. You can go back and forth. That'd be cool. There also two of the gamers would also involve interactive technology. I still got to buy the Epson projector, because I got Epson equipment for interactive. It's not going to work on a projector we're ordering, and we need that because that can be used in so many different ways. Those mats that we can put down, and you can put learning educational games in. When I was over at Good Shepherd, I was basically asking a lot of questions about the rehabilitation that they have for kids and adults, trying to teach them how to walk all over again, use their legs and stuff like that, motivational skills. And this technology would be fantastic for that. You can use it in a full-lit environment. We can code this down to a puzzle mat system where they can take it apart and put it all back together again with a sensor system. This can help a lot of people out. So that's what were some of the things I was doing while I was down there, sitting down there. You know, I was thinking and talking to a few people about that. How do we donate a couple of these over there? Yeah, so we'll finish this right here. And like I said, the whole purpose of doing these PCs, I don't really want to sell them. I really don't. I'd rather give the ideas away for free. It's basically so, not the screen paints, but the idea of building PCs. Because that way, you know, and either the game, whatever gaming community you're involved in, you know, this is just a different way of how you're going to do something. Who knows? Somebody might take a console system and stick it in a cardboard box and design it up. That'd be cool. Some of you got some pretty insane sculpting skills, I swear. I go on other people's sites and look at some of the stuff that they build. Good gracious, that guy did with that 3 Xbox system. Wow, that was really impressed. I was super impressed by that. Very impressed by that. But yeah, I'm always looking for anything. I don't care what it is. For some people say it's got to be just PC. For me, it could be anything. There are times somebody took an Xbox and turned it into a laptop. And so that was impressive. People have done Xboxes and PlayStations to get. I don't even know how they figured that one out, but it's still impressive. That's what we want to do. Make it easier for the gaming community to actually develop better technologies so your games look far, far more better. Because again, as I said before, you know, you can have the best graphic cards, whatever you want on the face of the planet, but if you don't have the proper screens, they're useless. That's what we're working on. And at the time when we're working on, we're just building some pretty cool stuff along the way. So I'm going to be building some different interesting props on how to take everyday junk that you can find at thrift stores or whatever and convert it into whatever you want. The ice cubes are going to come out looking pretty nice. Now, as you can see, some of the ice cubes are not hitting close to the board, right? So to make sure that they hit correctly, we're going to get a level system and we're going to do a silicone buildup. We're going to push it and make our own little buildup. Everything, push it, go silicone around it, make it look like it's kind of ice is actually loading up. And that'll make sure it fits nice perfectly. But all of them connected. That one over there didn't connect. So we're just going to do a little buildup of ice there. And yeah, down there, definitely want to do that. If we do build, I thought about that too. That would be nice. We have to do a fishbowl cardboard PC, but I don't want it to be boxed. I need to be cornered. It needs to be round. It has to be round. So we may have to start working on some corners. Definitely. And we need flexible plastic to do it, to build it. So I'm just going to start on a model of one, just get an idea, and then go from there. Just a small one, nothing big. We're not doing anything huge. I'm going to try to fit the entire PC on this box right here, which should not be hard to do. If we skip the hard drive and just stick with M2s, we're good, because the M2s are directly on top of the board, which makes it fantastic. The next stage we're actually going to be working on is building our own cardboard motherboard covers. So we want something that's going to have, we're going to have 2 fan systems on it, intake and outtake. It's not going to really cover the system altogether, but just to want those 2 fans on it. Like 30mm fans are pretty small, and they usually come with the 2 pins on it. So usually we have to find connectors. So basically you can find 2 pins to 3 pins and 3 pins to Molex. Yeah, you can do it that way. But we're going to build our own cases, which I should be working on that now. I need to build a case, because we need a case cover for the other PC in the back. We have a PC over here that we're making that look like a kind of a nuclear jungle. So yeah, we got to finish working on that. And then we got the arcade system, which is going to be pretty cool. Seeing some of the other crazy stuff. This is an actual arcade store we're building. It's an actual arcade store. That's an actual, yeah, no, I jumbled all the pieces, but I marked everything so I know where everything's at. So we're going to turn this into a mini arcade with little mini arcades in there. Machines and the floor and carpet look all retro and everything. The paint jobs look retro with posters and stuff. And the outside, we're going to put a Nike billboard, or where we're going to put Nike, or where we're going to put there. We're going to put a light system there so that actually lights up. And basically, in the back, we're going to have a couple of trash cans, a little dumpster back to a little kitty out there sleeping in a dumpster. Don't worry, the cat belongs to the owner of the building. And then over here, we're going to put flex. So flex glass here. And right in the middle, we're going to turn a foosball table into a mini projector. So we can actually push an image through here and I can game through the storefront window. So that's going to be pretty cool. Put a little name up here of the company. Put some designs across here. Maybe Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man chasing each other. And we got this huge monster window out here. We're going to put in some crazy glow-in-the-dark teeth. And then we got this Spyro going back and forth. That's going to be a light glow and that little neon that to kick off. So that'd be pretty cool. Turn the inside to an arcade. That actually is an arcade. So this is going to be a PC at the top. We're going to have the computer. We got motherboard, same thing, motherboard, video card, all that stuff. We're going to turn that to the exhaust system up top. You know, air conditioning unit. So camouflage, all that. Put little pigeons up here and stuff like that. Make it look pretty cool. So we can get some little tiny miniature stuff to actually kind of set everything off. And the projector system is going to be a RetroPie N PC built. So we're going to have a switcher, and as we switch back and forth, I told you before, we can play through the glass. And this over here is the ecosystem that we're building. I'm going to take it out a little bit so you can see a little better. We're going to put lighting in here, by the way. Yeah, cardboard bookcase. Cheap, super affordable. And I'm going to do this with a colorful design or artwork onto it. And we're going to put some LED lights in there. So this is it right here. This is one of them. That's designed to look like a kind of a wasteland, kind of a overgrown vined power station, and it's going to have all these vines and stuff coming off of it. We have already had the K screws already installed in. Just take some micro ITX. There is the bio chamber with a little rust on it, a little damage to it right there. Right here where my hand is at, we have the section for power supply, 120 millimeter liquid cooling system. Over here, micro ITX. There's support to be able to drop everything out, all the plugs and cords and cables and stuff. In here, we're going to put vegetable cool in here. Well, actually, vegetable cool, like vegetable oil. And we're going to run a green coil system RGB through here to give off a kind of electronic pulse. All this will be covered up in vines, and all the vines will be coated, each individual with the glow-in-the-dark paint, so all of that comes to life. I'm trying to figure out how to get a giant frog. I need a frog. Definitely need a big old battle frog. So, yeah. The paint job itself, we actually did a mixture of orange and black. And somehow it came out like that. It came with a nice corroded design. This is actually, what's on here is basically caulking. So we're caulking on here first. And then we do a nice brush job over top here to get that kind of old relic, rusty look to it. We're not done yet. We're still going to go over it with some light copper over top of it to bring it out so it stands out a little bit in certain areas, and then some of it's going to have kind of like a green kind of rust to it, which we're going to do with these wires. These wires, we're going to paint them up, give them more of a cartoon kind of design look to them, skin them back, pull them back, and turn that copper into a green kind of powdery kind of corrosion copper that's green, like more like a rusty little penny. We put a nice little ledge on the back of it, so this stands out nicely on our ledge. And as you can see, with a little paint job here to give like a little corrosion look to it. So yeah, we've got PC going in this right here. So this is going to look real nice. Like I said, all made out of cardboard. Nice little vent system on the side. More cheap, easy to build. Not expensive. And the beautiful thing about it is, you can choose where you want to put all your parts at. I don't like to be forced to put parts where I don't want to put them at. So, yeah. And then this is the one we're building here. Now this is the one over here. We're going to turn this into a VR station. This is my baby. I love this one. All this glows in the dark. There's my tunnel system right there. My funnel system for it basically pulls the fan out, pulls the air out from the radiator system. So radiator system connects there, and then those fans, exhaust fans, pulls out even more air from the back of this to keep this nice and cool. Air is pushing this way, and air is pushing back out that way. We did our customized own power supply paint job. You can see we took the fans out and coated them the way we wanted to. That antenna system is definitely going. We put our ports in to run in all our power. There's the button right here, which I've removed for the time being because, again, I want to finish a paint job right there. I'm going to finish coating that. There's our hard drive actually sits in here, right here. Keep that nice and cool. And this right here is for the video card, which we made enough along of extension, so we want to actually give it a longer card, in which the 3050 is a little bigger. So, and we got the ports right there to run the 3050 and hard drive right there. And all this right here lights up, so everything lights and everything glows. Right there, I do want to wrap the power supply in the form of a danger hazard tape. that actually fits down that port and comes out the other end on the other side. And liquid cooling system was taken out because I need to paint it. It needs to glow in the dark. So I have to recode all that. The LED light system, actually, we're going to run in here. It's going to run from the bottom, light up the entire bottom. And as it feeds through here and daisy chains through here, it's going to run through a chase system, RGB. All the RAM RGB lights, RGB covers right here. This whole entire thing is going to be like one big discotheque. On top of that, I'm actually designing the VRs. The VRs I'm going with this is going to be the Oculus 2, which we can run off of this system with no problem. 16 gigabytes more than enough, but we need a 3050 to run it. And we also need to change out the CPU over to a 3770 i7, which will run it perfect just fine. The VR system, of course, they come in all white. We're going to actually design them so they look like this. I want everything to match. So the entire case is going to match. And this was the original box we started building on, but like I said, I need to be much smaller because this became like more like a skyscraper. So basically just going to strip all this down, take this off, flatten the bottom off completely, and turn it into a refrigeration unit. Bring you a nano, so we're using a nano motherboard. Put a small PC in there because I still like this whole setup right here. I don't want to get rid of it. We are going to put temperature gauge across here so the temperature shows how cold it is. Which, again, it's not going to be a freezer, but it gives off the idea that it could be a freezer. Yeah, so pretty much that's my world. It's building, and that's what we do. Okay. Oh, that'll be cool if I put the remainder of the glue. Right. Mother George, that hurt. Now, after a while, when you get burned to glue multiple times over and over and over again, you kind of get used to the pain. You literally get, it's kind of sad, but you do get used to the pain. I know they have covers for this, but I don't use covers for my finger covers at all. But you get used to it. It burns for a little bit, but after that, it's gone. First time I was like, Mother George! But it doesn't feel I don't feel the pain anymore. Kind of got used to it. First yelp, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. Ice PC right here we're going to do. I want to do it in silver, and we don't want to do silver and silicone over top of it. Give it more of a more icy look to it. I don't want to put any glue in it, to tell you the truth, honestly. Just want to keep this kind of classy. Well, that's pretty much it. So once we get all these machines up and going and everything, this right here, this giant screen right here, that's going to turn into that, because that's a panel system. We're going to do the same panel system here. It was a challenge, I'll tell you that much. Usually most places I can come in and build, put something into the wall, whatever. But this place really did not want to touch these walls. These walls are printed. And I remember walking up and down the street thinking, how are we going to put a screen here? I've tried every option. To bring screens in here and then take them out, it's going to be a headache. Once you paint these things, you don't have the elastic anymore in them. So imagine trying to transfer a 150-inch screen this size out that door. It's not going to happen. So we'd have to leave it here, or basically they didn't want it, dismantle and throw it in the trash. So the box system works better with the panel system, because we can actually make our own makeshift wall out of boxes, and then we can put the panel systems in and then connect them all in. We glue them in, hot glue them in, and then roll them over, and boom, they're done. That's it. Best way to do it. So yeah, wish I can build me a cardboard desk. I have no idea how badly I would love to build a cardboard desk right now. I've had a cardboard desk in the garage. I love that cardboard desk. It was fantastic. Man, it was a big desk. Boy, that was the biggest desk I've built so far. The thing was huge. This is a big desk, but still. Cardboard, I can manipulate the surface. Like, look, I can put cup holders in here. I can put charging docking station right here. I can put my screen in the way I want to, build anything I want. But this came with the whole setup. I'm not complaining at all. It's a pretty big desk, and it came with the chair and all. But still, the cardboard would be so much, man. We could put thunder displays and all that crazy stuff. And the stands, we're gonna put the thunder lights and all that stuff. That'd be pretty cool. Well, oh well. That's the ultimate height. Cardboard desk and cardboard PC. You know how cool that would have been? That'd have been pretty cool. Oh, we are going to build that PC, so I'm going to pick up some of that heavy, thick cardboard. We're going to make a wall PC. And we're going to build a screen into the whole setup, which is going to be freaking cool. I'm going to do a wall PC. That's what I'm going to do. I'm looking for this mini ultra short projector. We get that, that'd be kind of nice. Oh man. Okay, people. Hope you enjoyed. It's not much I can do right now. When I get ready to take the whole thing apart and put it all back together again, I'll bring you on board for that. But right now, I just want to show you my idea for making my own form of motherboard post screws using the blocks of ice. So this is a cool idea. So if you're building like a custom PC build and you want to make your motherboard stand out, this is a fantastic way to do it. Definitely go with the glue gun. I was going to use this, which is going to be cement glue, but definitely go with the glue gun. It's better. It sticks much better. All right, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for your time, and God bless.